proceed with this exercise, as painful as it is. Senator Cherargei has raised a very important question, which we must address. Who was your receiver of revenue during that period? Because this is a report of the receiver of revenue.
Chair is CEC Finance, and maybe she can explain herself.
Does it need I don't think it needs an explanation.
Yes.
What explanation would be required if this is a report of the receiver of revenue? CEC, what do you want to explain?
What I want to explain, Chair, with your permission, is that when you look at that section 157, and if someone can read for us, it indicates that the CEC Finance will designate persons, more than one person. And in that financial year, I designated more than 10 receivers of revenue.
Are you talking about receivers or collectors?
No, on the issue he has mentioned on how I...
What are you responding to?
Why I signed that document, receive of revenue document, instead of receive of revenue.
Was there a receiver of revenue away from you?
Many of them, as the section indicates.
What does that section say of the PFM Act? Does it talk of receivers of revenue or a receiver of revenue?
And if you allow me to...
Looking at the report of the receiver of revenue for Busia County Executive. Collectors can be many, yes, but the receiver is one.
Yes, and we are indicating the receiver of revenue, chairman, because from the statement, if you read it, indicates that CEC Finance shall, in writing, designate persons, and therefore that report refers to received revenue from different receivers of revenue, and me being in charge of them, I signed on behalf of them.
So who are the receivers, even if we are to go with that argument, who are the receivers of revenue that you designated?
The chief officers in different departments.
Were they receivers or collectors?
They were receivers, and they are allowed to appoint the collectors of revenue.
Now, that is your interpretation. Legal...
It can be read.
Well, you are not going to direct us. Legal, please read for us Chair, the section.
And Chair, I think I thought this county governor is better in English than where I come from. I thought there is a difference between may or shall. I thought shall is obligatory. So I think at some point your CC might have to take an oath, because the law is very clear, and that is why I asked specifically. So there is the aspect of collectors of revenue and receiver of revenue. Maybe, Chair, with your indulgence, maybe Malcolm, our legal counsel, can read through, I think, section 157.
Clerk?
Yes, Chair. Section 157 states that the County Executive Committee member for Finance shall in writing designate persons to be responsible for collecting, receiving and accounting for such county government.
You can repeat, the governor was consulting through the chair. Can you reread again? I think the county attorney in future look for time to advise the governor, not in our meeting. Thank you, Chair.
Yes. Section 157, the County Executive Committee member for Finance shall in writing designate persons to be responsible for collecting and receiving and accounting for such county government revenue as the County Executive Committee for Finance may specify in the letters of designation. Subsection 2, a receiver of county government revenue is responsible to the County Executive Committee member for Finance for ensuring that the revenue for which the receiver is responsible is collected or recovered and is accounted for. Through the chair, section 158 it states that a receiver of subsection 1, a receiver of revenue for a county government may authorize any public officer employed by that county government or any of its entities to be a collector of revenue for the purpose of collecting revenue for that county government and remitting it to the receiver. Subsection 2, any other public officer other than a receiver of revenue or collector of revenue for a county government who collects revenue for that government shall no later than 3 days after receiving it deliver the revenue to a receiver or collector of revenue for that county government. Subsection 3, a receiver of revenue for a county government shall provide quarterly statements to the county treasury with copies to the National Treasury and the Commission of Revenue Allocation.
Now, there is also the regulations that are read alongside that. Collection of revenue, responsibility for revenue management, the responsibility of receivers of revenue. Now, because of time, Governor, you are consuming wrong advice. This is the 47th county that we are dealing with. Your CEC cannot purport to sign the receiver of revenue statement. All other counties have one receiver of revenue. The rest are collectors of revenue. The fact that the word persons has been used in that act does not legitimize the kind of chaos that your CEC is proposing. In fact, many of the counties that have succeeded in improving on-source revenue have established revenue boards. They have designated a receiver of revenue, and even the Assembly has processed legislation to give further effect to the PFM Act and PFM regulations. When your CEC is the one who signs as the receiver of revenue, it's like William Ruto signing for Attorney General because he's the appointing authority. That is utter chaos. And that is why we cannot make sense of this statement. Now, who then takes responsibility if you have multiple receivers of revenue? Where does the buck stop, Governor?
Chair, let me have our attorney maybe help us out in the way we understood this thing, so that if it's a matter of legality, then we can be guided.
Listen,
we can
Governor,
be guided.
You see, I'm trying to be very moderate in today's session because we have not just come to grill you, we have also come to share experiences from the other counties. That situation, and if your county attorney insists on it, it is wrong advice. It is a recipe for chaos. Because tell me, as CEO, if you have 20 receivers of revenue, who are you going to hold responsible for this report? You have been put in an embarrassing situation where you cannot explain movements. You have to refer to 10, 20 people to explain one page of a report. And that is why other counties have one receiver of revenue designated in writing by the CEC Finance. When the CEC Finance takes on the role of being the receiver of revenue, that is an indication that there's a criminal enterprise being run in that county, being coordinated and being led by the CEC Finance. And that is why they want to be the policy maker, they want to be the executor, they want to be the oversight, they want to be everything. They do not trust anybody else to come and see how revenue collection is being done. And Governor, and I'm not saying it is happening in Busia, we have seen it in other counties. That only happens to cover up theft.
Can I explain
Chair,
something,
allow us here to ventilate on
Can
that
I
issue.
clarify?
Okay, maybe you can get the submissions from the members first. And
Yeah,
then
let's ventilate on that issue, Chair. I want to understand from, no, not the governor, because the governor clearly just being misled. That's exactly what's happening, just being misled. I want to understand from the CEC. Once the law designates a responsibility to you, and that responsibility is specific, you are told, appoint. What residue function do you have after the appointment? You've been told to appoint a receiver of revenue. What role in receiving revenue is left in your office? If that can be answered, I'll be very happy. I want to know, because the law is, she has read the law to us. She has been told to appoint in writing. So after you have appointed in writing, what role is left for you to execute in the office of the receiver of revenue?
Chair, in addition, so that the governor can
Senator
answer
Chirag.
both, there was wisdom in drafting of the Public Finance Management Act, the regulations and section specifically, was to